Next topic is that a Ghost of Tsushima movie is being made. So back on topic with the PlayStation or Sony using their PlayStation brands to make movies and TV shows. This one I think you'll be looking forward to, Spectre. So, from the PlayStation blog, Sucker Punch Productions provides first details on the Sony Pictures film being directed by Chad Stahelski. This is from the PlayStation blog. Quote, a Ghost of Tsushima movie is in the works. The idea of translating our game into a new medium is exciting, and we're intrigued by the possibilities. We've all been brought to tears in movie theaters surrounded by strangers, in parentheses, thanks a lot, E.T. We've all gone to a movie opening night when the crowd is so excited and they cheer as the lights go down. It's a group experience that isn't replicated anywhere else. To think that we could sit down in a movie theater to watch someday, watching Jin Sakai up on the big screen is amazing. We'd all relive his tense transformation into the ghost from a whole new vantage point. We are happy to partner with Sony Pictures to make this happen, and Jin is in very good hands with the film's director, Chad Stahelski, which created something special with John Wick. His vision of what this could be, backed up by years of experience, combined to create some of the finest action scenes we ever created. If anyone could bring to life the razor-sharp tension of Jin's katana combat, it would be Chad. Also, I'm happy to say that we've sold more than 6.5 million copies of Ghost of Tsushima now, and that roughly half of those people have made it all the way through the game. So they've beaten it. And then he talks about how, as the newly appointed ambassador of the real Island Tsushima, he'd like to say visit. I'd like to formally say visit when it's safe to, if you get the chance. The island is beautiful, the people are warm, and the history is all around you. If you're lucky to spot a Tsushima cat. So he's pretty much just going like, awesome, this is awesome, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's also an article from Deadline, which is pretty much very much talking about this. This breaks from Deadline, and then the PlayStation blog kind of is like confirming this. So this is exclusive from Deadline, but pretty much it continues about how Sucker Punch is doing this. So pretty much what it is that you have Chad, who pretty much was part of the creation of John Wick. You also have Alex Young and Jason Spitz are producing through their company 8711 Entertainment. Assad Kizilbosh and Carter Swan will produce on behalf of the PlayStation Productions. Sucker Punch Productions will serve as executive producers. Peter Kang is overseeing the project on behalf of the studio. And then it talks about how excited they are, so on and so on. And then it talks about how Ghost of Tsushima is PS4's fastest selling first-party original IP debut, so on and so on, da-da-da-da-da. So Zelensky is about to start shooting John Wick 4. After directing the first 3 films. The films have become a massive box office success, surpassing $600 million worldwide. So, what do you think about a Ghost of Tsushima movie made by the guy who has directed John Wick?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan in general of video game movies. I really don't think they work. I think there's very few.
I almost thought you were going to say I'm not a fan of John Wick, and I'd be like, that's blasphemy.
No, John Wick's okay. I like John Wick. I just can't really think of any examples of video game movies that have done well or have been good representations of the game. I mean, there's been a couple that have been okay. Like I enjoyed the Warcraft movie. I enjoyed the original '90s Mortal Kombat movie. But I mean,
I don't know, man. Like Rampage was great. Rampage was awesome. And this Mortal Kombat movie that's coming out looks awesome.
I mean, they're universally bad. They just don't usually work out well at all. I'm always, in the market for a film that really works, but you don't really see them at all. They just don't really materialize. But Yeah, I mean, I mean, they got. It sounds like I mean, they got a good director behind it. They got, I mean, it's a great world and story they could potentially tell. But I mean, we'll see it. We'll see what kind of budget they come up with. We'll see how it actually turns out. I don't know. I'm pessimistic about it. I don't think, I just don't think it's gonna be that good. I'm sorry.
Well, I am optimistic about this movie because, like, so you have the director of John Wick, which John Wick is phenomenal, especially when it comes to the action scenes in the John Wick movies. Like the way they're shot, the way they're done is spectacular. It's almost otherworldly, in my opinion, and the way it's done and how everything's explained. Um, and the world building that has been done in John Wick is nuts. So I believe this is in very good hands with Chad being the one who's directing, and then you still have the guys who made the game as executive producers who are able to be a part of this, which they did a phenomenal job with this game. And you and I have talked about in our Ghost of Tsushima review, and otherwise, including on our Game of the Year of 2020, like the combat is some of the most fun combat to play in a video game. And that's a bit massive selling point of Ghost of Tsushima is that, and I think that Chad will pay attention to the detail not only of the game but also of the heritage, the culture of Tsushima during that time, and I'm so excited. I think this is great that PlayStation is kind of redoing, because like they had the Ratchet and Clank movie came out back in 2016, which was a bust. Like that movie is like, and now they're kind of like that. Now you have Uncharted that's coming out, and I very much hope that this is good. Mind you, they've been wanting to do an Uncharted movie for years. So I will say that, like the Uncharted movie, I'm looking forward to the Uncharted movie, but I have my reservations of the Uncharted movie. But the Last of Us show and Ghost of Tsushima especially, I am very excited for. And I very much have enjoyed video game movies. Like you and I went to go see the Warcraft movie when it came out, and we enjoyed it. And I very much do think that like the Warcraft movie is a movie built for fans more than like attracting people from outside, because there's a lot of references that if you don't play the game you won't understand. But it's it's very vague. There's other movies like Assassin's Creed. I enjoyed, but I enjoyed it as a fan. It has a lot of problems. Like I'm not gonna go ahead and be like, it's amazing. Like no, it has a lot of problems, and there's other ways that could have been done. Like all the exposition is done in the present, and then all the action scenes are done in the past, which I was like, what are you doing? Tomb Raider is fine. Actually, the 90s Tomb Raider is fun. And then the I think it came out in 2019 Tomb Raider. That was fine. Rampage is so fun. Rampage is based off of the old arcade game. And yeah, you have The Rock, you have Dwayne Johnson, you have Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it. And really, it's not about telling the video game. Mind you, how do you tell a video game about a big, huge gorilla fighting a big, huge wolf bat? Like, so they kind of made their own story, and you still have the scenes. You have both of them climbing up towers and fighting each other, and just you want to watch a big kaiju movie, like it's a big monster fight kaiju movie. Like Rampage is fun. So there have been good, if not fun, video game movies. Even Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat is like a memeable movie. It's bad, but it's bad in the fun way. Like, even like people make fun of the Super Mario movie that came out in like the early '90s. It's really bad, but it's so bad that it's funny. But what we're seeing now with video game movies today is that they're very much taken more seriously. Like this Mortal Kombat movie, oh my god, I cannot wait. I am so excited for this Mortal Kombat movie. And they're very much like, we're just going to take the characters, we're going to take their, like, like the character, the characteristics of them. We're gonna tell a story, but we're gonna kind of tell our own story, and like it looks really good.
Yeah. No.
All right then. I guess we'll agree to disagree.